Have you ever shared what you later found out to be fake news, misinformation, or disinformation? Then this is the show for you. This is The Proof, powered by Africa Check. And even if you've never fallen victim of sharing fake news, we can help keep your winning streak going. Here on The Proof, we will take on statements, news, rumors, and more from around the social media space that could have a direct impact on our everyday lives. This week, we will take on news regarding a video of a Kenyan politician speaking at a local radio station with interesting subtitles, I tell you. My name is Joe Hanson. Welcome. This is The Proof. Welcome back to The Proof. Here's some background on today's topic. We start with a video clip shared on Twitter and Facebook claiming that Vice Presidential hopeful Rigathi Gachagua vowed to kill Safaricom, Kenya's biggest telecommunications company, and redistribute the money as handouts. The 11-second clip shows Gachagua speaking in the Kikuyu language in what looks like a radio interview. So, what exactly did Gachagua say? Joining me now is Tess Wandia, senior researcher at Africa Check, all the way from Kenya. Thank you for being here on The Proof. Now tell me, Tess, how did you fact-check this claim?
So what we did is we took the 11-second clip of Gachagua, and since it was in Kikuyu, we made sure to translate from Kikuyu to English. And that's when we realized that the English subtitle was very different from what he was saying in Kikuyu. And this actually translated to something like, instead of having one large company called Safaricom paying taxes, if you take the same money from that large company and distribute it little by little to many people. As you can see, there is no mention by Gachagua about killing Safaricom and redistributing the money from the company as handouts.
But Tess, isn't that translation easily misconstrued? It seems he is actually advocating for Safaricom to no longer exist.
We see a popular tactic is taking a small clip from a larger conversation that actually misses the nuance and the context. And that's why it's very easy for people to fall prey to it. So we went looking for the longer clip, and we realized it came from a conversation where Gachagua was present during an interview at a local radio station called Inoro FM. And this is when we were able to see that there was a much larger conversation, and where Gachagua was actually speaking specifically around Kenya Airways, which is our national carrier. And we've been seeing that the government has been bailing out this company, and it still continues to make losses. And in conclusion, the longer conversation actually was about not killing Safaricom, but actually looking at how this particular company keeps on being bailed out, companies to pay taxes. How about if more people were able to be funded to do their own small businesses, and then we have more people paying taxes? And this was a much larger conversation about the bottom-up economy and how the Kenya Kwanza party can actually empower more smaller scale business holders to now have a more self-reliant and and a better way of contributing to Kenya's economy. So the conclusion is basically that he did not mention about killing Safaricom, and we can see how the grabbing of this very small clip from the larger conversation was able to be misconstrued by the public, in addition to the false English subtitles that were put on the video.
This is a good place for me to ask as well. Now, are there some basic steps to take to actually verify information found on social media platforms?
When we come across this information, we need to be very careful and ask ourselves a couple of questions. The first one is usually, who is the original author of this information? Where is the source from? Then, if we find who the person who said these words, is there like a record where they're actually speaking these things? Did they say it on their social media platform? Is there an audio recording? Is there a video recording? So we need to be very careful to make sure that whatever is being posted like on social media has like there's proof that exists, basically. And something else we need to be careful of is, does that information make you scared or angry? We've seen that false information often plays on people's fears and prejudices. So we need to check the emotions that the information brings up in us, so that our personal bias does not lead us to sharing fake news. Fake messages also often make use of manipulated pictures, video, and audio, just as in the example that was shared. So we need to check whether media has been edited. So in the example of that video, we can see that there was an editing of the subtitles which was not matching the actual conversation that took place. Is there a recording that happened from that event that we can actually confirm that these two things actually match up? Then lastly, before we share, we need to verify by consulting reliable news sources or fact-checking websites such as Africa Check's website.
Thank you, Tess Wandia. Thank you for talking to us here on The Proof.
Okay.
Fake news or information disorder makes the truth very hard to find and can also be one of the leading sources of danger to personal security. Social media has now created an environment where anyone with an agenda can push falsehoods as if they were truths, so to say. But if we all take more responsibility before we hit that share or like button, we can slow the spread of fake news. And I'm sure you can do that too. Sometimes simply pausing, going through the comments, doing a quick search and asking for the source can be the difference in whether or not you fall victim to fake news and whether or not you share fake news. For more details on today's fact check, please visit www.africacheck.org. That's africacheck.org. If you have any comments or a claim you want us to fact check, please tweet us at africacheck_NG, as you can see there on the screen. You can also follow us on all social media platforms. We are at News Central TV, and you can check out our website. It's www.newscentral.africa. It's been a fantastic edition, and I've had a great time fact-checking and also bringing to you the proof for this week. I'm Joe Hanson. Make sure you join me again next time.